I hope your calculator was good to you and that you got these answers. Please look over them, and if you have no questions, please move on to see what the assignment is, which is actually a quiz that is attached separately from the Nearpod. If you do have questions, then please stay and we'll work these problems out with a calculator. So the very first one, we already have the powered part by itself. Don't have to do that first step. We just have to go ahead and take either the log or the ln of both sides. I chose log. And we can rewrite this side as multiplication because we are taking an exponent of a power, so that it becomes x times the log of 3. It's going to equal the log of 500. To get x by itself, we divide both sides by the log of 3. And to the nearest thousandth, the calculator told me that it was x equals 5.657. Number 2, it was not ready to take the log or the ln of both sides because it was being multiplied by 120. So the first thing we had to do was divide both sides by 120. And that tells us that 4 to the x equals 50. And now we can find the missing exponent by taking either the log of both sides or the ln of both sides. I happen to be happy with logs, unless it's e. So this is going to become x times the log of 4. And to get x by itself, we would divide both sides by the log of 4. And please be careful when you put it in the calculator. Please remember to close those parentheses. So the calculator said that that's going to come out to 2.822. If we're rounding to the nearest thousandth. We could get more precise if we needed to. Number 3 is not quite ready either, because e to the 2x is being multiplied by 12. We want the power part to be by itself, so we'll divide both sides by 12. And this comes out to this big, juicy, repeating decimal. And I just left it all on the calculator. Didn't try to round it off, left all those 3's in the calculator. And then took the ln of both sides. Oh, why did I leave all these numbers here? And we can then rewrite this as 2x times the ln of e. But 2x is just 1. This thing becomes just the number 1. So we have 2x equals this answer. Just ask the calculator to divide both sides by 2. Well, you can divide this side by 2 in your head. And we have all of this divided by 2, which the calculator claimed was 2.033. And I took its word for it. Number 4, to get the power part by itself, we're going to have to subtract 80. So it looks a little funny because it's 6 raised to the x plus 5. That's okay. It'll still work. We can take the log of both sides or the ln of both sides. You can tell I took the log. And we can still write the exponent as a multiplier. We're taking a power of a power. We rewrite it as multiplication. And then to get the x plus 5 by itself, we're going to divide both sides by log 6. Now the calculator said that the x plus 5, when we do this division, comes out to 1.672. But then if we're looking for x, we had to subtract 5 from both sides. Almost have enough room here. And came out to x equals negative 3.328. Got one more problem. This is one of those compound interest where the money grows. So we have 4,000 is invested. That's our initial investment, or the principal. 6% is the yearly rate, but it's being compounded monthly, so we're going to have to take care of splitting that 6% up 12 ways. We'll get a part of it every month. By the end of the year, we'll have all of it. So the usual general growth formula, we know that we're starting right now with 4,000. This is going to be 1 plus 0.005 when we do the division. And we know how much it's going to end up with. What we don't know is how long it's going to take. Now there's 2 options. You can raise it to the t, just plain old t, and your answer is going to tell you how many months. Or you can raise it to the 12t, and then the t will tell you how many years. This way is more in keeping of what you learned to do with Mrs. Milburn, where you divide the 1 by 12, and then you multiply the time number of years by 12. So it's not quite ready to stick in the calculator yet. We need to get the powered part by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by 4,000. And we end up with 2.5 equals, and we can put those together, 1.005 raised to the 12t. Logarithm time. We take the log or the ln of both sides. And then rewrite the side with the exponent. Make this 12t times the log of 1.005. And to try to get the 12t alone, we're going to divide both sides by the log of 1.005. Well, we're going to let the calculator do it, because these will cancel out. The calculator said something like 183.71591 equals 12t. Now that would tell us how many months. This would be about 184 months it would take to get the $10,000. If we divide by 12, t comes out to be about 15.3 years in order for the investment to grow from $4,000 to $10,000. I hope all your investments will turn out well, that you will invest some time in the assignment, which is a quiz on everything we've covered since winter break. And next week we will have a review that is optional. The review's for the quiz, and if you do well on the quiz, if you complete the review correctly, it will earn you 5 bonus points on the quiz.